was really pushing forward with many of the structural reforms that we wanted to do anyway, but it's coming in a very expedited fashion related to social safety nets, widening those to people who are vulnerable. Also, through financial inclusion, there has been a focus on the unorganized and informal labor. The central bank and the Ministry of Finance have actually pushed also stimulus in a very coordinated fashion, whether through reduction in interest rates or alleviating some of the actually delaying tax payments on several firms, also allowing for lower interest rates for different credit facilities for SMEs and for different industries. And of course, the tourism industry is one of the industries that gets some of the biggest stimulus. So there has been a host of factors and a host of policies that have been taking place.
In terms of what happens next, obviously a big portion of your GDP has in the past relied on tourism. You're a former minister of tourism for Egypt. Obviously, the new realities of COVID-19 are really going to change the game for that industry globally. How is the Egyptian government looking to diversify in the coming years as a result of this? Because it's really just anybody's guess at this point how bad it's really going to be.
Yes, well, it's a few things just to keep in mind. I mean, no country is by itself in this crisis. All of us have a common problem, and the solutions are always going to be global. So that's one thing at the outset. When you look at tourism and aviation, as you mentioned, these are the two hardly hit industries globally. In the case of Egypt, tourism plays a big role, not just in terms of GDP, but also in terms of employment. And just yesterday, there was a very important announcement by the PM and the Ministers of Health and Tourism and Aviation that they are visiting opening up domestic travel towards June, taking into account the precautionary policies related to health and sanitation and so forth. But the crisis has, like any other crisis, there will be winners and losers. As much as some sectors are going to see a drastic fall,